Where to start? Okay, I'm going to start like this. I have a couple of movie series that I really love. And one of them is Star Wars, or it used to be before Disney screwed it up totally. So now the only thing I can think about when I watch the old Star Wars is the new ones and how they kind of... Well, that's a video, another video. There's also Ghostbusters and Jurassic Park. Now, Ghostbusters, I watched the first one when it came out in '84 on the cinema, in the cinema. And I really loved it. You know, I was scared, I laughed, I had a blast. I loved part 2, which many people say are kind of like not as good as part 1, which I can... I'm sorry, I'm really upset about this. You know, when you wait for something for so many years, then you get a shitty remake, the 2016 one. But then you get like the original cast and promises of a real Ghostbuster sequel, and you're like, yeah, finally. And then it turns out to be shit. It's hard to not get upset. I'm not doing this video to be kind of like anti, oh wow, everybody's gonna love these movies, I'm gonna have to make one that I don't hate it. But if you like this movie, I don't know what's wrong with you. You must be very easily entertained, first of all. Because, okay. Ghostbusters Afterlife deals with Egon Spangler's granddaughter. They inherit his old house and they move out there because they're pretty much broke. The youngest daughter, I don't remember her name, finds all these ghost traps. They find the Ecto car in the barn, shit like that. And I'm not going to go into the story. If you want to see it, go see it, you know, because heck, you might like it, but again, I feel they fool us Ghostbusters fans by trying to like, because we knew that the original ones were going to be in it. We know there were going to be Easter eggs and shit like that. They didn't tell us that it was going to contain plot holes so big you can throw pretty much Slimer into it. They didn't say they were going to rehash the exact same story as part 1, including whole sequences that are just ripped off that movie, including dialogue. There is no Dana, there is only Soul. In this case, there is no mom, there is only Soul. It's just cringy. Anyway, the plot holes, they find all this Ghostbusters tech in the basement or whatever, and they immediately know how to do. Okay, so Egon's ghost teaches his granddaughter how to fix a proton pack. I can buy that. He shows her, like, with flashing lights and shit like that. But when it comes to, you know, they have the Ecto one, and they know exactly what every button is doing, and it's just so stupid. It's idiotic. If a X-wing was parked outside your house tomorrow, did you instantly know how to fly it? No, exactly. And you know, maybe I read too much into this, but for me Ghostbusters was the perfect mix of realism, comedy and fiction, you know. But there were never anything in Ghostbusters, the original ones, that like, how do they do that? How do they know that works? Because you had Egon and he had invented all these things, so you kind of trusted the story in another way. Here it's just a bunch of Stranger Things kids that find all this high-tech equipment and can immediately use it. Plot hole 1. Plot hole 2, they drive the Ecto 1 through town and trying to blast this Slimer look-like ghost. And they burn down shit. And what happens? They are taken into custody by one police officer. And they have these highly kind of dangerous proton packs, which is kind of experimental weapons no one has really heard about. And he just lets them go because their mom bails them out or something. And what? Another thing, Paul Rudd's character was totally wasted, by the way. He's in the first part of the movie and then he turns into a dog watcher. Just like Rick Moranis did in part 1. Total copy. Well, this is one of the things that I don't understand with the movie. There are ghosts in the warehouse where Paul Rudd is. The scene with the mini Stay Puft Marshmallow creatures. And you can basically see in some of the earlier scenes there are other peoples in the mall. Then one of the monster dogs, watchers I guess, comes into the store. The Stay Puft Marshmallow mini guys are kind of running amok. And the dog chases Paul Rudd through the store and there's no one there. It's empty. And the same thing when the kids drive through town, blasting after that ghost. You can hardly see any people in the streets. There's no reaction to anything. And the end. Spoilers, but I'm going to put that in the title of this video. Spoilers. It's the same fucking story as part 1. It's Gozer again. In the same bloody setup with the white pillars and the stairs and the flat top and the 2 dogs. Did they think we forgot the first movie? Couldn't they be half-assed to come up with a new villain or something? And it's so scaled down. I understand it's sad in this little town and shit. But it just doesn't feel epic. It doesn't feel like a Ghostbusters movie. It feels like a fan fiction movie. And they paid Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd to pop up in the last 3 minutes or whatever. Which I knew they were gonna do. I actually knew beforehand. I said it to my friends. I bet you my sweet ass they are going to be popping in the last fucking minutes of this movie. Just to please the fans. Now, if the movie had dumped the Ghostbusters stuff and just kind of like had these kids in a farmhouse and they are kind of, I don't know, finding ghosts and shit, might have worked. But as a Ghostbuster movie, it just feels bland. It feels like they tried and... Is Ivan Reitman dead? No, he isn't. He's alive. Why did he get this to his son to make? He made Juno and a couple of family-friendly, kind of like family movies with emotions and shit like that. He basically have no idea how to make a Ghostbusters movie. I'm so disappointed. I'm going to say that if it was a non-Ghostbuster movie, I would probably have given it a 3 out of 5 because it's entertaining in its own rights. But as a Ghostbuster movie, I can give it 2 stars, and that's just for making me smile from some of the Easter eggs. Maybe. It would have worked much better as a 10-minute commercial for Ghostbusters with the original team blasting away Gozer again. And I don't know, sell some Funko Pops or something. Wasted opportunity. And I'm sorry, but I'm really angry right now, as you might see. If you think this is a Ghostbusters movie and it's so cool and wow, you're easily fooled, because this is just, in a way, even worse than the 2016 remake. Because that one at least tried to do something completely new. This one just trades back in old steps. just because they think we're stupid enough to buy into the nostalgia. And why put kids in it? And why does the Ghostbusters suits fit them? And why does it have their names on it? And why do they even put on the Ghostbusters suits? Isn't it more interesting to try and save the world or whatever they are trying to do? Okay. This was going to be a short review. I give Ghostbusters 2 out of 5. A missed opportunity for a Ghostbusters movie. If you are easily enjoyed and easily fooled into nostalgia, go watch it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to pretend this one don't exist and enjoy the two old ones and the game, because that's as close as a Ghostbusters 3 we're going to get. Okay, I will see you in the next video. I'm going to stop this before I have a heart attack. Bye.